Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started, and the first thing we're going to go over is a sight distance for a horizontal curve. So for highway safety requirements, there is a certain minimum stopping distance in zone where passing is permitted. So if we're talking about like a 2-lane road, and in a non-passing area to assure a reasonable stopping distance if there is an object in the road. So if you're coming around the road and there is a cow in the middle of the road and you're taking a sharp turn, we've got to plan for a safe stopping distance. So typically the minimum, and I've got it highlighted, a minimum stopping distance of 450 to 550 is desirable for a speed of 55 miles an hour. So let me scroll this up. And here's what it looks like. So if we're looking at the figure 2416, we want to figure out what the clear stopping distance is from A to S. And what they did is A to S is actually, they're going to refer to it as C. That's what we're going to be solving for. And so they derived an equation here using the clear sight distance as an obstruction is the length of the long chord. And so they set it up, and then they've done the calculus and the math, and they reduced it down to C, which is the stopping distance from A to S, equals the square root of 8 times M times R. So M is typically something that you can measure. If M from the center line of the highway, so this is your center line of your highway, and M is, there's a tree here, you can come over and measure what the distance is. M's typically small compared to the radius. So if they'll give you M, and you should have R from your problem before, you're actually just going to plug the numbers in up here to equation 2424. So if the distance in from the center of the highway is to the obstruction is known or can be measured, the available sight distance C can be calculated from the formula. Actually, cars travel on either the inside or the outside of the lane, so the distance from A to S is not exactly the true stopping distance, but it's the computed length, and it is on the safe side and satisfactory for practicing use. So basically, if they gave me M, so I'm just going to put over here. If I was given, my formula is C equals square root 8mr. So I think I did one in class. And I'll look at it in the back of the book. I gave you one for your homework, but I want to look at the one for so it was problem 2428. So the obstruction is 15 feet. This is given. So I'm working 2428. And then it said refer to problem 24/7 for your R. And we would have to have R. I'm just going to plug R in real quick. I'm just looking up. My R is 2,291.83. get through and you solve for C, plugging in those numbers, this is 24, 26. No, 24, 28, sorry. You should get 524 feet. So you see we're in that safe stopping distance, because they would prefer, if this was 55 miles an hour, that we have 450 to 500. Alright, so that's it. Now we're going to start spirals in the next video, so just hang tight.